So you all know about how Target rolled back its DEI policies along with other places like Walmart, Sam's Club, Target, Amazon, all these other places, right? So you had some people that were saying we're gonna boycott. A lot of black people were saying we're going to boycott because we are not standing for this. We're not doing it. Then you had other people that said, well, I mean, we could boycott, but just support black owned because it's my stuff. Come on.
Hello there. Y'all all right? I know. It has been a tough week, right? And baby, it's been a tough 2025 and we are still in January. But I know many of you are asking and have asked and sent me messages about the recent DEI announcements at Target as well. And as disheartening as it is for me, I'm not the only one affected by this, right? It's for everyone who is a woman-owned business, minority-owned businesses, Black-owned businesses. It's for so many of us who work so very hard to be placed into retail, to finally be seen and approved for retail. Because contrary to whatever the world might tell you, it has been very hard for Black-owned businesses to hit shelves, right? Which is why it's such a big deal when we do finally land inside of retail. So it is definitely heartbreaking to feel unsupported, right? However, I am in business in multiple ways with Target, with Walmart, and Amazon, right? I sell Donna's Recipe, my hair care products, right, are on Amazon. They're also in Target. And of course, I have a huge partnership with Target. I sell my seasonings at Walmart. I do business all over, just like many other people. And what I can tell you is, if we all decide to boycott and be like, no, we're not spending no money at these organizations. Listen, I get it. And if that's how you feel, honey, I 1000% get it. But so many of us will be affected and our sales will drop. Our business will be hurt. And if any of you know business, it doesn't just happen overnight where you can just go take all your stuff and pull it off the shelves. There's a process. And then you got to, like, where you going to put it? You got to have a place to store it. That's money, right? You got to have another place to sell it, which is almost impossible sometimes. And even if you sell online, it's a process when it comes to business. And everyone does not have the funds or the means or the availability, the space to house their own products, right? But the thing that concerns me the most, and I want you to hear me and hear me well, if we all decide to stop supporting said businesses and say, I can't buy nothing from there, even the businesses who were affected by the DEI ban, right? What that does is you take all our sales and they dwindle down. And then those companies get to say, oh, your products are not performing. And they can remove them from the shelves and then put their preferred businesses on the shelves. And then what happens to all the businesses who've worked so hard to get where they are? Then what happens, right? Now, I know that something that could solve it is ownership of these big corporations, right? It's a long way to go there. There are amazing companies like the Village Market in Atlanta, right, who support small businesses, and you can go in there and there's some amazing things that you can buy. But it's one store and it's very small. We're talking about mass market. You can't build that overnight. Do we all sometimes have these big dreams and aspirations to do that? Absolutely, right? But it is easier said than done, but it's not impossible. But until then, and in order to get there, we unfortunately have to play the game. And in playing that game, we got to be smarter than the ones who think they're in control. Okay? And I say that to say, don't allow trying to be mindful with how I say this, because I want God to give me the right words, but don't allow foolishness to take us into separation and weed us out. Do you understand? Because sometimes that's what they want. And in times like this, they're telling us that. Okay? So as frustrating as listen, as frustrating as the whole situation is, as frustrated as I am, as all of you are, we still got to be smart. Now, you can still go into those stores if you choose to and buy specific brands that you want to support and let the other things, right, not get your money. But be very specific. There's so many women, right, that have worked hard to be a woman-owned business. Donna's Recipe is two women, me and Gina Wu is my business partner. We are self-funded. We're self-funded. And we are on shelves in limited doors at Target, right? Other companies, right? There's Black History Month is coming right now, and all of these brands are about to be showcased.
As she was saying, I agree with what she's saying for some part of it, and that's in regards to this whole, yes, you don't have to do the boycott if you don't want to, and you don't have to support if you don't want to. But yes, it is difficult for a lot of Black people to even get the presence into these big blockbuster kind of stores, such as your Walmart, your Costco's, your Sam's Club, your Targets, your Whole Foods, these bigger stores, not Joe's Higginbottoms or something like that. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things. Lowe's, Home Depot, etc. So I get that. But again, the whole point of all of this is to show solidarity and say, okay, DEI, you guys are saying y'all don't support us, so we're not going to support you. You guys still get a cut if I go in there and buy X product. I believe I would put it up on the screen while she was speaking. But you still get a cut if I support X product. So why then would people do that? And, some of the solutions that people have had was like, well, one thing I was thinking really was, why not just put it on a website? I mean, every company should have their own website anyways, okay? Even my little itty bitty little thing, okay, got a website. You go and get your own little Tabitha Brown, whatever your business is called. Why don't you go and just get a website, put it on, and I get it. Not everyone has the space for all this inventory. But that's another thing when you get a storage unit. And I've seen people, because I saw so many videos where people were doing the eBay reselling thing. Okay, because I'm also a reseller. But I've seen a whole bunch where people do the eBay reselling thing. And some of these people are like big with it. Okay. And they have storage units. Okay. So they have, you could like different sizes, like a small, medium, large, something like that. Some of them will get a large one if they need it, and they'll go and put all their stuff in there. Like that's their workspace. Okay. Cause some of them have air conditioning. They have a house. They ain't living up in there. Right? So they have a house or apartment, wherever. And then they go park the car, whatever, do the orders there. Like they'll be fulfilling orders. Okay. That's what I've seen a lot of people do who have big volumes such as that. And I get it. You may say, oh, well, she may need 10 of them. She may need, well, as she said, everything's a process. And I will hope that you will have your products. And this would be a perfect thing, actually, to be able to do. Oh my God, Target, they just withdrew for their DEI policies. Y'all, you know what? My stuff is in Target, but we're going to forget that right now. Okay. We're going to go ahead and shop on my website. Now, she says, well, that would be another excuse that they could say, oh, well, your stuff just isn't selling. It just isn't selling. The money goes directly to you. Whether you got like a Wix, you made your own website, you got like a Shopify, something like that, the money will go to you. There's no middleman. This would be the perfect time to go and say this. As we've seen, I believe it was Walmart and Target stocks, both of them have gone down since they said what they said. And then you've seen that Costco has gone up. So this would be the perfect time to be like, you know what, forget that. We're going to try to do this. Right? So that's the thing where I'm like, I don't get why you can't do that. So I thought that was interesting, but I want to go ahead and play a video that this one lady had in response to what it is that Tabitha said.
I'll never forget my brother bragging to me about Tabitha Brown years ago and me saying, okay, let me check out her content, and me just being confused. Like, I just didn't understand the draw. I didn't understand it. And I'll never forget the day she proudly proclaimed that she was retiring her husband because, you know, he's been there for me, and I'm retiring my husband, and I'm proud to share that I'm retiring my husband. And no shade, but there was something about that declaration that I remember. Again, it just felt a little bit off to me. It felt like, what is this really about? Who is this really for? You know, I've always just felt like a lot was happening, but because what she was saying wasn't necessarily negative, I was like, okay, it's positive-ish. And there was always something a little bit condescending in her tone, even when she would give her messages on different things. But again, I don't consume a lot of her content because my whole spirit would just be screaming, no, 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 my entire spirit. So now with this whole DEI thing, first of all, I want to share that I didn't even bother to watch what she said because again, I don't even rock with her like that. But not surprised that she's like, you still need to go, you still need to support Black businesses. And the fact of the matter is, you can buy directly from the business owner on their website. You don't have to go to a major chain to support anything Black owned. When I buy stuff from the Lip Bar, for example, the Lip Bar is one of the most popular items you can find at Target. I buy from the Lip Bar's website, thelipbar.com. I literally go directly to their website and I buy it. It's the same when you publish books as an author. You make more money when people publish a book on the publisher's website. Or if you self-publish and they buy it directly from you. So I haven't even listened to much of the backlash. I only watched one video or two. And I said, oh, people are finally starting to come around because I've seen this for a long time. This is not about bashing anybody, but it's just being critical of the ways that people, you know, choose to make their living on the internet, and also the personas that people feel they need to have. That may be really who she is. Listen, I don't know the lady. However, I also want to say, I just feel like it's always felt disingenuous to me personally, and it's always made me feel like, I wonder what this is about, you know? And so no, the Montgomery bus boycott lasted 13 months. I want us to remember that the Montgomery bus boycott lasted 13 long months. We can boycott these places. Is it going to be easy? No. But as I say, okay, I'm like, no Walmart, no Target, no Amazon. I'm like, okay, Costco. Costco has a lot. And I can buy directly from small business owners on their website. You really can.
Tabitha Brown, I was never a fan, and now I'm really not.
Okay, so in regards to that, this is something I actually kind of want to mention before I get into all the other stuff she was talking about. I personally did not know who this lady was. I know, I know. Is this Tabitha Speaks? No, I think this is a different person from Tabitha Speaks. They're two different women. Tabitha Speaks is someone else, I think. I don't know. All I know is that I didn't know who this lady was prior. I didn't know she had stuff in Target. I didn't know she was a business owner. I didn't know who this lady was at all. Okay, this is not me trying to be like, oh yeah, you didn't come across on my feed. I didn't know who Kai Cenat was until that whole thing happened in New York where he effed it up by having a whole bunch of people, thousands of people, just tens of thousands of kids, really, just in the area, okay, without getting proper permits for it as well, which is what you're supposed to be doing when you do any of that kind of stuff. Okay, so I didn't even know who that was, okay? I guess the stuff that I look at is not the same as what everybody be looking at. Okay, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram, and I'm not adding any more. I look on TikTok, but I don't be on TikTok unless it's like Hogwarts Legacy something. Okay, so that's what it is in regards to me. So I didn't know who she was already. So then hearing what her response was to this, I was like, there's certain things that yes, you should buy on the website if you can. I'm gonna keep it real. People gonna get mad. I don't care. I have a Sam's Club membership card, and I love Sam's Club. I love the cara cara oranges. Okay, I love their strawberries because they are much better than the ones that I get at HEB. They're just sweeter, and something about them I just like the ones at Sam's better than HEB. Okay. So I like that rotisserie chicken, which I'm about to go warm up right now because I went there yesterday. All right. There's just certain things that I like from there. HEB, I like their sweets because, I'm trying to stop, but I had to get that little heart shape. If I got a picture, because I just took it today, I put it on my snap. If I remember to put it in here, I'll put it in here. But, that's the thing. Certain things I get from certain spots. All right. Target, HEB stopped selling my can too. That's the thing, okay? And everything depends on where your area is, all right? Okay, there's nothing around me that's really black owned except for like one place, but it's a chicken joint, and it's too far away from me to be going all over. And the wait time is like an hour. You know what I mean? So I'm like, they don't really have everything that I need. Target, I started going there for my shampoo, for my oil, because my HEB doesn't have it. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, well, I guess we can't go to Walmart. Well, try to go to Costco. I don't have a membership at Costco, and I'm not trying to get one, to be honest. So it's just certain things, and it just depends on where you're at. I'm be honest, I've seen a lot of people online who would say, oh, we got to boycott, y'all. Let's boycott. We ain't going to do it. And then 2 weeks later, they're like, well, yeah, look at my Walmart shopping haul, my Target shopping haul, my Sephora shopping haul. And I'm like, well, I thought we were just boycotting this 2 weeks ago. But now we just rolled it back. I don't have time for it. And this is what's in my area. And this is what I'm going to utilize. Okay. Now, in terms of Target, I go there if I want to get clothes. That's where I've been getting my clothes from recently. Okay. Because I had a bad experience at Walmart. I did a video on it. I don't even go to Walmart anymore unless someone's with me. That's how shooken I am. I don't mess around. But in terms of Target, I'm like, well, I go there for my clothes. And now I'm kind of like stopping my clothes shopping after my last little purchase I had at JLux Label and all that other stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm pretty much good on that. But really, I don't have too much I'm going to get from there. Maybe some hair products. But I'm still shop at Amazon because I got my other hair products I need. I mean, because not every store sells everything. You know what I mean? So that's the thing for me personally. I don't live in an area where there's black owned this, black owned that. You can go over here and shop here and do that. I don't have all of that. Now, if they got some black owned clothing brands, and I'm not talking about t-shirts, y'all. Okay? This is the kind of stuff I like to wear. Okay, I'm gonna stand up. You see that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a dress. It's a mini dress. It does not hit my knees. These are the kind of clothes I like to wear. I don't want a t-shirt. Okay? I don't want jeans. You know what I mean? So if there is black owned clothing brands, that I'm unaware of, because I don't know. Okay, all the stuff that I bought really has not been black owned. Let me know in the comments. Cool. But at the end of the day, and even some hair products, but when I'm talking about hair products, I want deep conditioner that's the same price as Cantu. I'm not trying to pay no $15 for no dang deep conditioner. Okay, I'm not trying to do that. And if you got some grease, I need it to be around. I don't mind paying a little bit more, $3, $4 more, but I'm not paying $10, $20 more when I can get the same stuff from the other person. Yeah, almost from the other person cheaper. You know what I mean? So that's the thing in regards to that. But yeah, I mean, in regards to her, I 100% understand what she's talking about. Now, I didn't see any other content from this lady besides just that, just because I don't, you know what I mean? I just don't really have an interest in what of the stuff that I saw her sell. I've seen so many of these kind of content, of this kind of content being around, and I'm just like, with it. But y'all, I'm rambling over here. Let's go to the next video.
By now, most people have heard about Target canceling most of, if not all of their DEI efforts. They've also deeply scaled back their partnerships with Black-owned businesses. For me as an author, this is a particularly interesting moment in that I've had a pretty solid relationship with Target since my debut book. As you can see here, when my first book came out in 2020, Target partnered with us to roll out a national campaign of me talking about the book on video in the book section. And then later on, I also had an exclusive version of one of my other books in Targets around the country. That being said, they did these things when it was financially advantageous, right? 2020, 2021, 2022-ish. And so when it was like, oh, well, being quote unquote woke makes money, let's partner with Black people. Now that Trump is in office